What's up, sparkly people? How is everybody? Yes, I'm live again, just for you guys for right now. We did this over on TikTok. I meant to bring it yesterday to show you guys, but I forgot it. So I figured I'd come on live with all of you again today, maybe even again tomorrow. And let's work on this fill pattern. It is a premium grid, meaning one size stone straight across on top. All the rows have to be super straight, super tight fill. And then in between those 30s are going to have little gaps. And we're using SS8 in between those gaps. And the color I'm using is crystal hematite. So it's a dark silvery black. And then inside the small stones is SS8 light amethyst AB. And so the trick to this pattern, because it's very linear and it's meant for, flat surfaces, it's super easy for a flat surface. Um, this is not only a convex shape, but tapered as well. So it's pretty tricky on how to get your eye to see this fill pattern and to have it perfectly end and match on both edges. So we're going to do a little work on the opposite side. Thank you guys for joining. Let me know where you're watching from in the comments below. And then on the opposite side, we're going to switch the colors to be opposite. Instead of the crystal hematite on this side with the light amethyst AB, we're going to flip it and do the big stones in SS30 in light amethyst AB. And the crystal hematite is the small ones inside the 30s. Awesome. What's up, Hildy? Good to see you. Hi, Elaine. Houma, Louisiana. Hello. Buffalo, New York. Awesome. And so we did this part this morning. I was on TikTok for a while, and then we did a part over here, and then we did Instagram part here. So now with you guys today, I'll continue working up this direction. And you can ask as many questions as you want. What's up, Tennessee, Central Texas? Hi, Lynn. Good to see you guys. Randy's Rustics from Florida. Hello. What's up, Deborah from North Carolina? Very good. Tennessee. Awesome. So still a lot of East Coast, a little Central. I'm coming on a little bit earlier than I normally would, but we're just checking out different time areas and stuff. Hi, Oracle. Good to see you. Rietta in Nashville. Awesome. And very good. All right. So to do this, I've got 30s and then 8s in the crystal hematite. That's your main stone size. But as the shape starts to curve and taper, we do have to change our sizes. So from this angle on this camera, you can see where I started putting in those 20s in light amethyst. Like you can see there's more black in the background showing up in these areas. And that's naturally going to happen because you have to start sizing down on your stones. Got to start sizing down on your stones. Cold Texas. Oh, man. Randy's Rustics. How did you prepare the ball before applying? So this was a game ball. Had embroidered Kansas City logo on it. I filled the logo with just silicone polyurethane glue and got it kind of smooth. It's still kind of giving me a little trouble in all this texture underneath here, but I was able to hide it pretty well. And then spray painted. So it's just spray painted. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, but it's for display only. It's not meant to be, played with and all that. So it's, got glass crystals on it. So it doesn't take too much prep, but we did sand, cover the logo with the glue, spray paint over it. And the glue I'm using is Gem Tack today from Beacon Adhesives. It's a great glue. It's very similar to Fusion Tack. Both are wonderful glues. Let's see. Kim is in cold Texas. Bummer. And let's see. Taylor said, I accidentally broke my glue bottle. Is there any chance of getting a replacement or do I have to? So with our glue bottle, please tell me, what part did you break? How'd you break this? Tell me. You cut it in the wrong spot. Oh, up here? You know what? Send us an email and we'll see what we can do for you. We'll probably just have you pay for shipping if we've got the parts that you need. But send an email, info@crystalninja.com. Info@crystalninja. Okay, I got my water. We got our stuff. We're all together. All right, so what I'm going to do, So after I did this up and down, side to side, I chose the middle of this like cat eye kind of section, right? This was the middle. So that was the strongest line that I could find. And sorry, Leanne, the sizes are mostly SS30 and then SS8, but I do have 20, 16, 12s in both colors to help create this taper. Lots of sizes are needed for sure. Awesome. Arkansas, Arkansas. And then Oracle says, after you spray painted, did you sand? I did not. Now, if this was to be an exterior job or something that's to be handled, I totally do. Every layer should be sanded, especially if it's going to be handled. But this is display only, so I did not sand on that spray paint. And it's sticking pretty well. Like you have to pry these off. So it's good stuff. But normally on items that get handled, I definitely recommend sanding all the layers. Each layer must stick to each other as good as possible. I want this little stone to be over there. But let's do this. Boop. Perfect. All right. So you're so welcome. Yeah, keep the questions coming. I'm here for your questions. I'll do my best to give you correct answers. And if I don't know the answer, I'll go look it up for you and we'll figure it out together. So what I need to do is trim out this line as well. We're all about our edges, our foundation lines. So I'm going to go ahead and put the glue on this part of the football, and then I'm going to want to make sure that these lines match up. So let's go ahead and add a pretty healthy line of glue because it does curve, and you want, I do have a little bit of clog. It does curve a little bit, and you want your stones to be seated in that glue. If they're on top of each other, if they're piggybacking or all that, they're the first ones to come off. So we like our stones to be seated all the way into the glues. And the tool I'm using today, we have a pretty good special on it. The crystal-kubaton. We chose this tool, well, because it's awesome. And with every purchase of this tool, you're going to get a free packet of Austrian premium crystals, our Cori crystals, with every purchase of a crystal-kubaton. So check that out. You don't need any kind of a coupon code, but if you do have a coupon code or an affiliate code, go ahead and use that. Get a little extra money off your total. And so, yeah, and we're celebrating 18 years in the industry. So that's pretty fun. I never in my life would have expected to be a professional bedazzler all these years, but here we are. Here we are. Yes, the color, Hilda, is light amethyst AB is the larger color that you see in the 30s. And then I'm using crystal hematite in all those gaps. And I have the opposite over here. This is crystal hematite with light amethyst AB in all those gaps. So cool. Pardon me. Awesome. What's up, Evelyn in Orlando? Oh my goodness. And Melissa, do you have plans to restock the awesome bling kit with all your tools? Ooh, the ultimate bling bag. Yes, 100%. But we are out of stock on a lot of the glues right now. And we got a shipping notification. So that should be sometime next week. And we also got a shipping notification on the brand new glue that we've been waiting for so patiently. So stay tuned for that. It'll be a 2-part epoxy glue and little to no sliding. Little to no sliding. So that's exciting for everyone that has problems with stone sliding. So what I was doing here is just checking. Where's my a smaller little stick? Let's create a line, if you will, and I'll do my best to explain. And let me know if I'm skipping over something. So we're creating the lines, going out this way. And I am skipping over every couple of areas to get the best gradient in sizes. And so the other thing you have to do is line up these going across ways too, right? So with this line, I want to make sure there's a mate. There's a stone across from it so that these lines will line up with those lines. And no, Evelyn, no pre-orders on that new glue. Pre-orders are usually pretty difficult for the site to handle, and it's always a headache in behind the scenes. So we just decided to wait, and we tease you guys with it every couple of days. And then once it gets here, just stay tuned. Turn on your notifications. Don't miss out the announcement, because at this rate, our 500 units are probably going to go pretty fast. Or maybe it was 1,000. I forget what it was, but it was a lot. So got to make sure you've got an actual line going over for these stones to connect. And so far, I'm looking pretty good. So it does kind of slightly curve, but not really. So if you can see that over here, you do have somewhat of a curve, but it still has to be straight lines for this pattern to work. Yeah, so adding packs of the Cory in separate colors. It's possible, Shannon, but we will probably keep Cory as a special order. Because for us to do those minimums of, 100 packages in every single color and every single size, it gets quite expensive for inventory. But we can totally special order anything for you. Just send us an email, info@crystal-ninja, and we'll get on that for you. Yes. All right, so what I'll do now, since I'm happy with my line, is now I'm going to take the center, put this down, wherever the center of these rows are, in this cat eye area. Can you see that? So I'm going to go with guessing this one looks, I think it's this one. And you can use a marker or a Sharpie or a pencil or whatever to kind of see what your lines are doing. So if I was to choose this one as my center, let's just draw a line to see if it really does look good. And I think we're good on that. I think that's okay. I know you guys can't really see that line, but I'm happy with it. So now I'm gonna put glue on this line, and then you'll see what that looks like. The new glue, the pricing, actually, I don't have that on me right now. I'm in a different office today, but we'll have it as good as we can. We'll have it as priced best for you guys. Okay, I rolled that in there. Okay, so now let's put that line of glue, and then we'll work in like one triangle, and then I'll sign off and hop on to TikTok again. I guess I'll be live all day. I've been live since 8 this morning. And the glue I'm using is Gemtech. It's very similar to Fusion Tech, just different manufacturers. And I encourage everyone to practice with lots of different kind of glues, because you never know what your project might need until you practice. You're so welcome. Yeah, you guys, keep the questions coming. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. So yeah, I think that's a good. So if I was to go this one, it would still be, they're kind of like right in, they're both kind of in the middle. So this one will probably have almost as many 30s as well, but this one is going to be more prominent. So we're going to go with that one. And then as you lay your stones, you need to also get them super close and touching, and they need to line up with these as well. So that's a good kind of a check to make sure everything is lining up. It's kind of a thing with this particular fill pattern. A lot of things are going on. So once you try this, I know you guys are going to try this on something that's not flat like a tumbler. You're going to get more, you're going to get the courage up to try different surfaces with different fill patterns, and it will need a different technique. You're going to have to make some adjustments in your plans, and it will improve you as a rhinestone artist, a mosaic artist, a product designer, all of it, all of it. You ran out of Fusion. Oh man, we'll check out over at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. They might be in both those stores. I'm not certain if you got one near you. If not, I mean, Gemtech is a completely awesome option as well. They're so similar. I like them both. I'm not exclusive to any glue manufacturer or any product manufacturer. Any manufacturer. That's a difficult word for my face to say. And then you keep nudging it. So I'm looking down, like looking down the barrel, to see if that line is straight. And so, oh, talking about that, here's a quick little video. Watch this real quick. It's right at 40 seconds. All right, helpful tip for premium grid or cushion, whichever you like to call it. So when you have two sizes, and these look a little white now because I am using Fusion Tack, but to see if your lines are straight, look down, kind of like down the barrel. And if you see anything out of line, that means it is not straight. There was actually one, I think, about right in the middle there. I'm gonna have to nudge it, but just look down the barrel and see if it's straight, and that'll tell you if it's gonna work out. Awesome. So you got to keep looking down, and then both directions. You got to check the lines this way and the lines this way. With a convex curve and the taper, a lot is going on. A lot of stuff can happen. A lot can go wrong. So just go slow. Hi, Nina. Good to see you. Awesome. What's up, Michelle? Hi, Bungan. Good to see you. Right? Isn't that nice? Yeah. Quick little demo kind of visual to see, because a lot can happen with this type of a pattern, especially when it's on a shape like this. So luckily I do have 3 rows in here. I'm going to choose the middle one and bring it as far as I can. So you can keep splitting the difference, and that's going to give you a nice even transition as you taper. Split the difference. I think I did this technique on some heels 10 years ago. And I just kept splitting the difference to get that the way that heel tapered. And the client wanted it to look a certain way. So I was like, oh, I got this. I could do this. But it did take some practice. I'm not saying I didn't rip that heel apart 4 and 5 times to get it to work, but I did get it to work. Practice, practice. Hi, Lynn. Good to see you. What's up, Kim Johnson? Good to see you. How is everybody in the middle of this glorious Thursday? Check this way. I'm trying to hold it to where you guys can see it too. But, and then also up and down. So I do have some space here. So let me yes, I have, it was a little too roomy right there. Look at the space that I can find. From nudging, schmurging, gentle coaxing, get yourself back in line. There we go. Make sure it's still nice and straight. Footballs are kind of fun to work on. Like, they're awkward, but once you get the hang of it, they're a breeze. They're a breeze. And so, remind me, Lynn, you're over by Super Tight. You're in Raleigh or Durham, or is it similar? We're working on getting a class over in Raleigh very soon, maybe July. We have a project that's coming that's going to be about 90 days, so I can't add any other class times to what I already have. But we added a Plymouth, Michigan, which is right near Detroit. We added that class. We've got Austin, 1 seat left in Austin, 2 seats left in San Antonio, which are that following Monday. So now I'm going to do dots of glue because it is like the better way. It's less of a mess, actually, less oozing and all that. Yeah, awesome. So similar area. Very good. And I'll put some 20, maybe I can fit 30s. Let me see how many more 30s I can fit. That one's going in good there. Is there enough room? That one, oops, get in there. Yeah, that one's okay. Yeah, it laid down. Got to make sure they're nice and flat into the glue. Seated into the glue. All right, so I'm going to put a 20 in here. And that's going to help it not force the size. And then if I was to put a 30 in here, it would push these guys out of whack. So you got to keep everything nice and, ooh, Arizona. I wonder who could help me out with that venue. Yes, Arizona. Oh, it's happening, sweetheart. It's happening. Whether you want me or not, I'm coming to see you. Right. Awesome. What's up, Kim Thomas? So the tool I'm using today is called the crystal-kubaton. It's kind of a sister tool to our amazing crystal katana tool, and they're all made with a synthetic wax formula that is my formula, and I'm the inventor and manufacturer of these tools. This one has the same amazing pickup end, and it's retractable, and you can turn it, and then it pulls back in that material. You can sharpen it with a craft knife or something if you want that nice edge, but it does pick up anything small. All of our tools are above and beyond their strength, and they last. And I did a whole car with one crystal katana tool. So we've got lots of stuff. And there's a special this week on the crystal kubaton. With every purchase, you get a free packet of assorted Austrian premium crystals. So check that out. It's a good deal. And our site is crystalninja.com. And it's free shipping over $100. If you're still adding things to your cart, well, we've got all the glues and rhinestones. We've got in-person classes. We've got online courses. Everything you can imagine. We have a quote form. If you don't want to do it yourself, then send us a quote form and we'll get on it for you. That could have been a 20. I'm going to take that one out and put a 20. Plenty of room for that 20 to be in there. Just make sure it's super straight across and up and down. Thank you, Facebook user. It's looking great. Thank you. If you want us to see your name, there's a little button that StreamYard has in the post, and you have to click it, and then it gives StreamYard permission to see your name. I need to take this one out too. I was a little over ambitious with that 16, but we're going to put him over here. Get in there. There we go. And now, oh, sorry. I'll put the 20 back in that spot. See, it fits. I was just being a little bit too cautious of that size. And then check your lines this way and this way. Make sure everything is nice and straight. What's up, Mary Ellen? Thank you so much. And then we're going to go ahead and add some of the smaller crystal hematite in SS8. Tiny dot of glue is all you need to get those puppies in there. Bink, bink, bink. All right. And so I've got to take some out. Had a mistake there this morning. We were going so fast. I didn't catch my mistake there. Try not to get any glue on your tip of your tool, or it will continue to contaminate your stones. I need to push. So there's no precision end on this tool. So I am going to use my katana end and press these guys in. We want our stones to be nice and flat and seated into the glue for the best outcome. No piggyback stones, no overlapping stones. They will be the first ones to come out. So we like them nice and flat. Let's see, unless you drop it on a very cold floor and broke your whole tip. What? Of your katana? Of your kubaton? Smoosh it back together. Smoosh it back together. Mary Ellen, this was a normal game ball. I don't think it was actual leather, but we sanded it and spray painted anyway. And the glue I'm using is Gem Tack today. Gem Tack, and the smaller stones are crystal hematite in SS8, stone size 8, which is about 2.5 millimeters. It's good to kind of know the millimeter sizes and the glass, or I'm sorry, and the SS sizes. There we go. Those are going in perfectly. What's up, Sandra? Yes, the Kubaton is fantastic. Fantastic. Some people like it because they can get it pointier by sharpening it, but it does have kind of two postures, two grips. It's got this angled edge on it, or the smooth edge on it. So it's kind of got some good options to it. It's good stuff. And it won't put extra strain on your hand because it does have the thick barrel, which, so does the katana. It's even thicker. Um, Thinner. We have the tanto that's more like a pencil, but those are difficult for me to use in long sittings because it does put extra strain. A thin shaft is going to put extra strain on your wrist. That's in every occupational hazard, um, therapy, all that. So the thicker, the better, the less strain that you put on your hands and wrist, the longer we can work and be happy. Happy Eleanor is snoring on the couch. I'm working from home today. Hmm. Let's see, you want to do a leather brow band for your horse, but didn't know. So, Mary Ellen, for leather and for horses, so it'll be exterior use leather is what I kind of like to refer that. And then check out Ninja Super Flex. That is the glue that we trust for leathers, and it will hold up in those exterior conditions. But one dot of glue per stone, one dot of glue per stone, and you'll have the best outcome. Let's see, can I fit a 16? Yes, I can. And I think a 16 maybe right here too. Oh, perfect. And then we'll put the crystal hematite little dots there. Hmm. Lolita, how do I keep the lines so straight? Just by checking them. Every time I put a few on, I visually just look down the barrel or look down the shape to make sure it is straight. If there's anything not straight, you'll see it. You'll see it. And even going this direction, your stones have to line up both directions. And yes, it's on a convex curve. And yes, it is tapering. So I am getting smaller with some of the stones to make that taper work. And you can kind of see amazingness from this side. See how this line goes all the way down. And then I kind of get smaller in between. So that's kind of how this pattern works. Just patience. If it's crooked, take it out. Awesome. Oh, very cool. Yeah, that's a lot of work. Two basketballs. You can do it though. Practice, practice. You can do it. That one didn't quite fit. So I'm going to go down a size to a 12 on here. And there we go. So every other row might have some smaller stones, and just getting it spaced evenly and consistently. Your negative space, your space without stones, keep it nice and even and put those in the same exact spots each time, and that way it'll look more fluid in your lines. This fill pattern does take practice. It does take practice. It is super easy when you do it on a tumbler, and I'll show that video once more. Let's see. This is China Love. This is SS30 as the main size, and then SS8 as the smaller. But let me put that other little video up real quick. So 40 seconds. All right. Helpful tip for premium grid or cushion, whichever you like to call it. So when you have two sizes, and these look a little white now because I am using Fusion Tack. But to see if your lines are straight, look down, kind of like down the barrel. And if you see anything out of line, that means it is not straight. There was actually one, I think, about right in the middle there. I'm gonna have to nudge it. But just look down the barrel and see if it's straight. And that'll tell you if it's gonna work out. Awesome sauce. All right, we're back. You're so welcome, yeah. Your Fusion Tack clogs up too much, Facebook user. I don't know why. I don't know why. That's not good. It should not be clogging up. That's a good glue, and so is Gem Tack. But it's possible it froze. If they freeze, then that's a no-go. So keep them out of the cold. I'm going to put a 12 there now on this size. What tip are you using on your katana? So this is the katana, and this is the only tip that we have for the katana. This is a kubaton, which is also, so yeah, a katana is a sword for a ninja. A kubaton is also like a small dagger, or like a martial art pressure point kind of a tool. So we like to name our tools after, of course, Japanese weapons and arsenals of weapons. And then so the tip is the synthetic wax tip is more like a lead in this lead holder. And this actual device is from Pilot Pens, a little collaboration we have with Pilot Pens, fully licensed and approved. And so, yeah, we put our synthetic wax into this tool, and it gives you two different grips, a smooth one here and then the angled one here. And then you can retract that tip as much as you want. Awesome. Yes, for sure. And Leanne, I will have to ask what sizes I should use first. But so for the large footballs and basketballs, I have to say go 30s. Like if especially if it's your first time, the bigger the stone, the easier it's going to be for you, and it won't take nearly as long. Um, but it's kind of good to practice on something first, because a football and a basketball, that's a really big project. I wouldn't want you to get burnt out first, burn out too soon, but that's a big project. So maybe grab something a little smaller to play with first and get the hang of it, and then start your bigger projects, because those are a lot of work. I think a basketball is almost 2 square feet. That's a lot of space to cover. All right, so then we'll do 12. Do I have any? Yeah, put some more down for in here. And then maybe a 16 in here. Yeah, I'm gonna go a little bit bigger right there. Just because it's getting tight with that fill, so I'm gonna just disappear those, and you'll see how that works. Now you can see that negative space a lot more because it's pink with the black background. On the opposite side, you can hardly see anything going on, any spacing, because it's pretty much black stones with the black background. But it is the same technique, the same lines, just different color. So keep that in mind as well. Thank you so much, Matilda. Thank you so much. Yes, 18 years. Maybe I forgot to say that today. Yes, 18 years is when I began studying in this industry, and it's been quite the journey. I never imagined to be in it this long. My husband and I both thought it was just a hobby and a trend. And here we are, 18 years later. I've taught all over the world. I've sold my items all over the world. Isn't that crazy? And of course, that was the dream to, do some kind of art and sell it, right? And here we are. And now I get to help you guys with all your projects and teach that way too. Fun stuff. Yeah, there was a memory on my Facebook that said 13 years ago, and that was my first class that I taught for Swarovski. Crazy. So crazy. Let me grab an 8. I think an 8 will be fine right there. And it is. Just itty bitty guy. Right. Thank you, Shay. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Renelle. Thank you. Yes, the tip you're using on the glue bottle. It comes all together. I believe we are sold out. This is our precision glue bottle with tip, and it comes with a little kind of an L-shaped pin. I've got some neon tape on mine, but in case you get a little clog, it comes with a little pin, and I like to kind of turn mine, and then it usually gets that clog out of there. And that's it. This bottle tip and pen has been in my life since 1991. I have used it in every kind of art I've ever done, whether it's painting or gluing or glazing. The most amazing precision tip ever. So yeah, invest in your tools, and they're pretty cool. They last a long time. Get in there. Get in there. There we go. I don't have any smaller to fit there, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. Don't force it, or it will look wonky. Oh, let's see. You're going to go slow. That's right. Go slow. Yes. And thank you very much. Yes, we're having lots of classes. We've added more locations. So check out the dojo events, and we might be coming to a city near you. Let's see. Which on the site, Shay? The stones, yes. Light amethyst AB and crystal hematite. And the kubaton, yes. And every purchase of every kubaton, like if you get 5 of these, you're going to get those 5 packets of the assorted free Austrian crystals. The tip. Oh, the glue bottle. The glue bottle tip. It's all sold together. We don't have these separate. It's all one piece. And I believe we are sold out. I could be mistaken though. Let me look. Because oh, I don't need to go there. Let me check the site real quick because that's been a good question all day. Precision. Oh, there's 2 in stock. So we're about to be sold out. And we have more coming in a couple of weeks. So those are the last 2. Sacramento, Facebook user, that is not on the schedule anytime soon. Possibly in later summer, in the fall, possibly. In Tennessee, we're looking at Nashville, maybe July, August, because our summer is about to get booked. Whatever events I have scheduled now, those will stay. But we have a customer that wants us for 90 days for a project. And so, yeah, I can't add any more locations until that project is done. But you never know. Things happen late. Things don't happen. You just never know. You just never know. Wisconsin. Awesome, right? Very good. Thank you, Mary Ellen. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. And it will most probably go out today. It's 2:00. It might go out tomorrow. Our mailman sometimes come around about this time. So if he's already come, then it will go out tomorrow. All right. That looks pretty good. And so let's see if I can finish out this shape real quick, and then that'll be our live for today. And I'll be back over on TikTok. There we go. And then I need a larger crystal hematite for in here. And then we'll put another 8 in light amethyst. I've got some hiding over here. I kept choosing the wrong stone, so I had to move it away from my hands. And we'll put a 20 here, and then a little 12. And so this is the line. I'm still continuing this line. I'm not just putting them willy-nilly like wherever. There is a reason to the madness. There's a reason. Awesome. 2 hours away. Ooh, so the lighting, I have special lights. I'm in my home office and it's all indirect light. So the lighting is actually bouncing off the ceiling. There's no flash on. If I had normal lights on, it would be very glaring, and I'll show you what that means. See that? All that sparkle? If you're working in your workstation where it's very sparkly, try to filter that light and get those sparkles away because it can strain your eyes and make you very tired very quickly. Let's look at the back side. Whoa, there's so much sparkle on my screen just from the reflection. It's crazy. But yeah, that's just LEDs, and then a little tiny desk light does that. But this lighting that you guys are seeing, it's to help me be able to see all the facets. So it's not very sparkly. There's hardly any shadow. See where my hand is on my desk? There's hardly any shadow coming off it. It's almost like a cloudy day. So not too much sparkle, and it helps my eyes not get so tired. Okay, so that's the end here, and I'll finish up this after I do everything, and I'll be back on TikTok doing this as well. More lives throughout the day. I guess I'm not even going to go in the office because you guys are keeping me busy. Okay, thank y'all for your questions, and thank y'all for hanging out. Thank you so much, Jerry. Thank you. And yeah, I'll see you guys over on TikTok. Stay sparkly.